All right, so this is my first attempt at sharing what's going on. Um, I, in June or July, I went to go see a bariatric surgeon for a consultation. Um, I wanted to see what my options were, if it was possible for me. A little bit of history. I've been bigger all my life. Even as a kid, I was a big kid. Um, my family's on the larger side. I just assumed being big was part of my genetic code. Um, when I was 19, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And over the last 10 years, I've been on and off steroids for years at a time, trying to find the right RA medicine to control my arthritis. And if you don't know, steroids do a lot of things. They help with inflammation. They are amazing for inflammation. But they weaken your bones. They weaken your joints. They, over time, play with your blood sugars. They make you gain weight and hold on to water and a lot of other bad side effects. So short term, they do lots of really great things. Long term, not so good. And so since July, I have been all over the map. They told me I needed so many clearances and so many approvals, etc., to get the surgery. And so I've gone through that. I've gone through so many procedures I didn't even know existed. I kind of wish I didn't know existed. Just a couple of things. I've had to get clearance from my rheumatologist. I've had to have a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. We'll talk about that later. I've had to go to physical therapy back in the beginning of August. Actually, end of July, beginning of August, I actually ended up with a bilateral cellulitis infection in both legs. And the emergency room didn't believe me. They sent me home. I came back a week later with it worse, and I was admitted to the hospital for 4 days. And those 4 days, I did nothing but sit in a hospital bed. And when I came out, my back was trashed. So I've gone to physical therapy for the last few months to fix my back and to regain strength in my legs. So that's been a battle. So I've been doing that. I've also had to see a cardiologist. So I've kind of been all over the place. An endocrinologist. They've checked all my blood 10,000 times. But finally got all the clearances I needed, and I went to my pre-ops 2 days ago. And my surgery is scheduled for November 25th of 2020, which is the day before Thanksgiving. I'm a glutton for punishment, but thanks to the bilateral cellulitis, I have met all my deductibles, so I won't have to pay anything. So I'm trying to get it done this year. Save a little bit of money in the process. So anyway, I went to my pre-op on November 10th, and they did a bone density scan. And thanks to the steroids, I have osteopenia, which is basically just a demineralization of most of my bones. It's not super severe, but for somebody who's not even 30 yet, it is something I need to take notice of. So after the surgery, I'm going to have to take vitamin D and calcium supplements, which I was going to have to take calcium supplements for the rest of my life anyway, but now it's like, yes. So there's that. Did all my pre-op blood work, talked to the nutritionist, and we have decided to do the duodenal switch. Back in June of 2019, my highest weight ever was 489, and I was completely miserable. I don't know if you could tell, I'm a school teacher and I am on my break. And I couldn't do the things I want to do. I couldn't enjoy field trips with my students. I couldn't go to camp with my students and enjoy it. And so on my own, I said, all right, let's do this. Let's find a diet that works. Let's find a diet that I can do. And on my own, without help, took me about 9 to 10 months, but I lost 40 pounds. Got down to 440s, 448, 449. And then I went to the bariatrician and the bariatric surgeon. They put me on a diet. They gave me some appetite medicine. And we luckily have found an RA medicine that seems to work. So I've been able to get off of steroids. So my A1C has gone down. It's completely normal. They've never seen it. My PCP, my primary care doctor, has never seen it go from an 8.8 to a 5.5 in 3 months. And it was because of steroids. So with a little bit of diet change, a little bit of appetite suppressant, and getting off of steroids, I am down to 411-ish. Yesterday, Veterans Day, 11/11, I started my pre-op diet. And that's what really prompted me to do this, because this diet sucks. And I'm normally not like an eater. Like, I'm cool with just like, let me sip my water, let me sip my tea, let me sip my cup of coffee. But it's like knowing I can't have it is like, oh, I want like a breakfast burrito, or I really want like some bacon and eggs and grits, or a nice hot biscuit with butter. So I know it's a mental thing, and so I'm just kind of struggling with that. But I have gotten over a lot of really great things. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube and things like that. And I'm in a couple of support groups. So I know what I'm doing. I've done a lot of research. I did a lot of research before even going to see the surgeon. I'm not one of those people that just kind of rushes into anything. I study a lot before I do anything. And so I know this is not going to be the easiest thing I ever do. It's going to be really hard, but today just really sucks. And it's raining outside, and it's kind of cold and dreary and muggy. And I'm over here going, I would just love a cup of hot chocolate. So this is kind of my vent, kind of my sharing. One of the things that has helped me is I like the sensation of chewing. And I also really, this is going to sound really weird, I really like raw cucumbers. So I got some mini raw cucumbers and a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. Delicious. All right. I've got some cherry tomatoes, just some kind of things I can eat throughout the day to just kind of satiate that urge to chew on things. I've already had one of my protein shakes. I had one for breakfast. Luckily, I'm weaning myself off of caffeine over the next 2 weeks as well. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on eating healthy foods and not having sugar. And I'll worry more about caffeine once I'm over this hump of, oh my God, I want to eat. So maybe after 2 or 3 days, I'll focus on, okay, let me wean off the caffeine. Let me not drink the coffee. Let me not, drink the tea. But I do have all my stuff. I have my protein shakes. I have my sugar-free Gatorade. I have my protein waters and protein mixes and all that fun stuff. So that helps. My mom is coming up before surgery. My parents live about 5 hours away. And they're actually going to come up and stay with me and my fiance for 5 or 6 days. right before the surgery and a few days after the surgery, just to make it a little easier, and kind of help me adjust, help him adjust. But yeah, so this is more of, I just want to eat. Like, I might have to roll down to the teacher's lounge and just get a giant bowl of ice. I don't want to chew ice, but I want to chew. Like, I want to chew something. So maybe I'll have to do that. I might have to go buy some gum or something just so I can chew. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I did want to share this. I don't know if you guys know. Amazon, I'm an Amazon Prime friend. They actually have Barry the sleeve. So if you don't know, the Duodenal Switch is a sleeve mixed with a bypass. So they give you a sleeve instead of a tiny little pouch, and then they bypass your duodenum. So they do both. I can't do the regular bypass because of all my RA medicine. I take a lot of oral medications, anti-inflammatories. I do take a couple immunosuppressants on a regular basis. And so because I take medicine for that, I didn't want this tiny little baby pouch that doesn't have the acids needed to process those medicines. And so we definitely wanted to go with the switch, or the sleeve, but the sleeve doesn't give you a maximum amount of weight loss. And so we decided to do the switch. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks while I'm doing this diet, I will get below 400. It'll be the smallest I've been in at least the last 5 years that I know of. So wish me luck, and I will probably be updating every couple of days, maybe every day, first couple of days, because I'm kind of getting irritated and not being able to eat. And I like to share and vent and at least get it off my chest, even if nobody out there in the ether is watching.